It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys already finding themselves in a pretty massive hole, 0-3 to start the new year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this week. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
But you look at this defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll it. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Able to slither by. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team. And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Off the play fake. McBride. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Results in a first down.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
1st and goal.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Down at the 2-yard line. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Looking to throw. McBride. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 65 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to...
Under pressure, and they get to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
2nd down and 3.
To number 5. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 16.
Up the middle they go. It's Stevens. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
For a first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
That's another first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
The carry here for the big tight end. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
When you look at this defense,
they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Knox And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
At the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Knox. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. McBride. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
McBride's pass.
2nd and 7.
Number 2. It's a pickup of 3.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think,
mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
29-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. This is 2nd and 8.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
2-yard pickup.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Team 24, visitors 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Knox. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
At the 6-yard line.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 6-yard line.
Back to throw. McBride, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And that one behind his receiver and incomplete. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Up the middle they go. Knox. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. It's a quarterback sneak.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. That one good for 14 yards.
A gain of 14 results in a first down.
Off the play fake. McBride.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
At the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Operating from the gun, McBride. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Second and 14. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll go with the keeper. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check motion, 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 motion. Get in there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Second and 9 now.
13-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
The pass on second down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Number 22. It's a gain of 8. Brings up the 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Our home team 31.
So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McBride. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a handoff up the middle. Knox. 25. Touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Number 84, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll set up a throw. Oh, first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. McBride. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. Knox. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And the 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And able to get this out to the 25. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
And he will find his man on the outside. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
34-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11.
It's 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Looking to put a drive together. play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Looking to throw. McBride. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Martinez. From the 46, here's second down and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Back to throw. McBride. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
From the gun on third down, McBride. And so room to maneuver. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
First down. It's a gain of 25 yards. Result is a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
34. Visitors 31.
So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up second and 11.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. This is 1st and 10. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Here's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw.
39-yard line.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
14 yards.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
McBride's pass.
But not time to panic just yet. Still over a minute to play. Getting down to the good stuff here. 2nd down.
At the 44.
Back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Final minute. 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And
now he'll spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Here's 1st down.
1st down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he's going to step up and run. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. But 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They ultimately lost the lead. But right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to get out in front and force your opponent to play from behind with a good drive here.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we could easily read his mind there. There's just no place to go. Tried to bounce it and get outside on the draw.
Yeah, but the defense wasn't thinking pass. They knew that they were running it.
And I love the way that they covered all the gaps. You know, we can do all the lettering and the numbering and all those things, but those run fits that we talk about all the time, each person fitting in the proper spot on defense, you see the end result when they do that.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And his throw here's incomplete.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
At the 20-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16.
Back to throw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A chance now to strike first in the overtime session and get a big leg up. 1st and goal.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That is on 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. Results in a first down.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the home team here, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.